Hi there, welcome to Yoga Nomad. My name is Karen and this session today is all about trying to calm that nervous system down just a little bit. Okay, so props would be helpful here. So maybe a yoga block or maybe a cushion from the sofa, doesn't have to be a yoga block, a bolster or maybe a rolled up blanket or towel instead of a bolster would also help. But again, not essential, we can do this without. So first of all, we are going to find our comfortable seat. So if this isn't comfortable, if sitting on the floor isn't comfortable because it can feel a bit awkward, maybe sitting on a block or a cushion just to elevate those hips a little bit so it kind of tilts that pelvis forward and it does feel a little bit more comfortable. So when you've found your seat, you're just going to relax those shoulders down. You're going to make sure that spine is nice and long, so we're not hunching up. We need to sit up nice and tall. So hands can just rest on the knees, palms facing down. You can turn the palms up if you like, whichever one feels best. Just see what works for you. And then maybe you can close the eyes or just soften the gaze, whatever works. Maybe take that little smile just to send that message to the brain that everything's okay. And for a moment or two, we are just going to sit. We're not going to do anything at all. So remember, right now, you've got nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, except just be here. So noticing how you feel. How does that body feel physically? How does that body feel? Any aches and pains? Any tension anywhere? And if there is, don't judge. Just acknowledge it. Just be kind. Noticing also what is going on in your head right now. What thoughts are in there distracting you? And again, no judgment. Just acknowledge that they're there. They don't need to be right now, but they are. And we're going to try our best to calm that mind down. So beginning now to bring the awareness to your breath, your natural flow of breath. So don't change anything just yet. Just rest that face, rest the jaw. Just pay attention to your natural rhythm of breath. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Keeping that spine nice and long. Again, paying attention. Are those thoughts jumping back in and out? It's quite normal. But if you can, just keep bringing that attention back to the breath. And you do that as many times as you need. Noticing if that breath is slowing down any. Okay, we're now going to start to deepen that breath. So we're going to close down the mouth And you're going to start to take those deeper breaths in and out through the nose. And it's a good idea now to just bring the hands to the rib cage, because what we want to do is get those breaths all the way in, and you want to feel that rib cage expanding outwards. Okay, so nice and gently, hands on the rib cage, starting to take those big deep breaths in and out through the nose. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. So making sure you can feel that rib cage expanding on the inhales. So trying to get that breath nice and deep. Now you can continue with this deep yogic breathing, or you may be able to have a go at your Ujjayi breath. So this is a type of pranayama, type of breathing exercise where you're finding a raspy sensation at the back of the throat. So either continue with your deep belly breaths, or maybe start to find that sensation. And what it is, it's like if you were fogging up a mirror, like that, that's the kind of sensation you want, but obviously with the mouth closed. Sometimes it takes a while to find that, especially it might be easier on the inhale than the exhale, or vice versa. So just maybe have a go. What that Ujjayi breath does is stimulate that vagus nerve that helps calm you down even more. So if you can master it, it really does help. So now you can either keep the hands to the rib cage to make sure you're doing those deep belly breaths, or maybe rest them again on the knees. So we're just going to take a few more deep breaths, trying to find Ujjayi breath if you wish. One more. Nice. Okay, bringing your breathing now back to that normal rhythm. And if you're sitting on your block or a cushion, just moving it out of the way. And then again, make sure you are sitting up nice and tall. We're going to reach both arms all the way up, and we're going to fold over to the side. So plant the hand down and just reach. Gently does it, don't force anything, be kind. Take a breath. And then the other way, reaching up and over to the other side. Coming all the way up to the center, bringing the soles of your feet together now in your bound angle or your Baddha Konasana, holding onto those feet and just gently push on those knees, finding that stretch on the inner thigh. Take a big breath. And another one. Nice, and then slide the feet out a little bit, creating that diamond shape in between the legs. Grab those toes again, big breath in. And as you breathe out, gently pull yourself down, finding your point. Take a big breath. Let the head relax down. And another. And that is slowly coming all the way back up. And then you're going to put the hands behind you, slowly coming down onto those elbows, and then bringing yourself all the way down to the ground. So you're lying in your Shavasana with your butterfly legs. Take the arms by your side. Big deep breaths again here. Just one more. And then gently drawing those knees in together and pulling those knees into the chest, taking that little rock from side to side. Nice, and we're going to find our waterfall pose. So this is where the legs are going to go up nice and straight, maybe flexing the feet. And you can also do this one against the wall. So if you want to move against a wall, or maybe next time try it up against the wall. This is a really calming pose that yogis think will fix everything. So it's always worth a shot. If you have a yoga block, you can always pop that underneath the bottom too. That feels really nice. Slow everything down. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed and the face is relaxed. Take those deep breaths. Nice, and then hugging the knees into the chest. Little rock and roll again on that lower back. And you can always stay there for as long as you want. You can always pause the video and stay there. Dropping those knees now though to the right side. Cactus in those arms. Maybe anchor the knees down with that right hand and turn your head to the left. Find that gentle stretch in that lower back on that left side. Find your breath. And then let's roll through the center, all the way over to the other side. Knees drop to the left. Left hand just holds them in place. Turn your head to the right this time. Nice big breaths. Coming all the way back to the center. Hook the knees in. Gently rocking from side to side. And then if you've got your bolster or rolled up blanket or towel, now's where you'll need it. So you're going to draw that cushion or blanket or towel, pull it right up to the bottom. And then lie yourself down, finding your supported fish pose. So again, if this doesn't feel good, don't do it. Just lie down on the ground. Bringing the arms by your sides, relax those shoulders. You may want to bring those feet back into that butterfly position. You may not, you may want to leave them out. So work with how your body feels, what feels best. And take those long, slow breaths. Maybe having another go at that Ujjayi breath, where you sound like Darth Vader. But trust me, it does work. If you need to stay here for longer, please do. For those of us that need to move on, let's close up those knees. Pushing into the ground with those hands and bringing yourself all the way up to that seat. Sitting yourself up nice and tall. Take that little smile. Take a big breath in and reach all the way up. Palms together, breathing out as you draw them down. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day.